Abstraction is an object-oriented programming principle that is used to reduce complexity by hiding the unnecessary details of a class to a user of that class. So a good example of this is that when you press a button on a TV remote, you don't have to worry about or interact directly with the internal circuit board. So for example, within a remote there will be electrical impulses firing through a circuit board, and then some electromagnetic waves will come out of the remote and be received by the television. But you don't really need to understand any of that. If you want to change channel to channel 2, you just have to press the 2 and it'll change directly. It'll change to channel 2, and you don't have to worry about any of the complex details of how that happened. All of those details are abstracted away. So I've created an email service class here to demonstrate abstraction. So currently this class has no abstraction really. We have just a load of public methods that are available to any user of this email service class. So if we want to send an email, we create an email service object, and then we have to connect to the email server, authenticate, send the email. Then the user has to remember to also disconnect from the server once the email has been sent, or once we've finished sending any emails or doing what we're doing with this email service class. So the issue with this solution is that all users of this class have to follow all of these steps in a specific order, and for example, if we add another method to the email service class, such as log some information, then all of the users of this class would then have to add an extra step, such as log. Okay, and we couldn't just change this in one place. We would have to edit all of our classes that we're sending an email. So a better solution to this would be to make these methods private and only expose one method to users of this class, and that would be the send email method. So what we can do here is we can call all the methods, all the steps that are involved in sending an email. We can call them in the send email method, and then we can see we have an error now because these methods are no longer available. They are now private methods. So we only now have to call the send mail method. So if I just show you this, you can see that the only method available now is send email. And if we run the program, we get the exact same thing as we got before, but now users of the email service class now don't have to worry about the internal implementation details involved in sending an email. All the complexity has been abstracted away and encapsulated within this email service class. So now the user can send emails without having to know any of the details or any of the complexity. And without abstraction, you saw that the user had more decisions to make, because whenever we looked at the methods on this email service object, there was 3 more methods to choose from. There was connect, authenticate, or disconnect, and so the user then has more decisions to make. Whereas this, it's very simple. We can just call send email. It's very obvious how to send an email. So without abstraction, the user needs to know more information and understand the internal logic involved in sending an email. And importantly, if any of those private methods are changed, e.g., for example, they take another parameter. So let's say when connecting, we added another parameter such as, a URL to an email server, then all classes using the email service would then have to change. They would all have to add this extra parameter, and all those classes would have to be modified, and you risk adding bugs into previously working code. Whereas with this solution, where these methods are kept abstracted away, we could just add the parameter to one method. We would only have to change the send email and say connect method.